Hey there, thank you for watching my channel. Today I want to show you how you can crochet this headband. And it's just a 1 row repeat. And then your headband looks like this. And you can adjust it to the size of your head. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm using 2 strands of yarn and a crochet hook 4.5 millimeters, and there's a formula when you can do the math with which crochet hook you will be needing for 2 strands of yarn. So if your yarn says for a crochet hook 3 to well, mine said 2.5 to 3.5 millimeters, and normally I would use a 3 millimeters for 1 strand of yarn. And if I'm using 2, then just multiply your hook size by 2. So normally I'm using a 3. So if I'm multiplying it by 2, I need to have a 6, and then just minus 1. So that would be a crochet hook 5. So the math is roughly your crochet hook multiples by 2 and then minus 1. But I want my headband to be a little bit more snug, so I'm using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. And we're not doing the base chains, but a foundation chain, base chain I think you call it. I don't know how the correct English word for this is, but just you will see what I'm doing. But make sure you have a long tail, because we need to make 70 I think it's foundation chains. You will need a long tail. First we're gonna make a slip knot. So here's my tail and this is my working yarn. First we're making a slip knot like this, and then what I do is with my index finger, the tail is going over my index finger and my working yarn is going over my thumb. And now with your crochet hook, just go down and grab your yarn from your thumb, and then from your index finger grab a yarn and then pull it through both loops on your hook. And again with your hook, go down and grab your yarn from your thumb, and then go up and grab your yarn from your index finger and then pull that yarn through both loops on your hook. I hope this makes sense, because when we are crocheting your chains like this, then your work will be more elastic and not as tight as you would be when you are making just chains like this. If you are chaining just like this, then your work will be more tight. And I want my headband to be elastic on both sides. So again, with your hook, go down, grab your yarn from your thumb, and then go up and grab your yarn from your index finger, and with the yarn over your hook, pull through both loops on your hook. So I was showing you a few more times. And what you need is 70 of these chains. And well, my head is well, I think I have a small head, so that's why I make 70 of these chains. But if you have a bigger head, then add some more. You can always measure when you have your 70 chains. You can measure it around your head and see if you need more chains. So just continue this until you have 70 chains, and I'll come back with you when I'm done with the 70 chains. Okay, so I've got my foundation single crochets. I think I'm gonna call it like this. And you can see I have a long tail left here. So I'm going to use this tail to close the headband when I'm done. You can measure this around your own head, so you can just take the ends and hold them together and then just measure it around your head. If it is nice and snug, then just leave it like this, and if you are having a gap, then just add some more foundation chains, but be sure that you are having an even number of foundation single crochets. And if you want to cut your tail, it's okay, but I like to use this to close my headband. And what I would like to do is just roll it up like this, and then just use a little rubber band to tighten it. You can also use a hair clip or something, but I like to do it like this. Okay, so my tail is down and my working yarn I'll be getting over here. So this is your base, and now we need to chain 1, and that first stitch we're gonna skip. This is your first stitch, and in the next 2 stitches we're gonna make 2 single crochet together, I think you call it like that. So skip that first space over here, first stitch. In the next stitch, put your hook in that stitch and draw up a loop, and in that next stitch put your hook through it and draw up a loop. So 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then chain 1. And here's where you did your last stitch. So in the next 2 stitches I'm gonna drop a loop, so your hook in that stitch, drop a loop. In that next stitch, make sure go through both loops, your V, hope you can see it, drop a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, chain 1. The next 2 stitches do the same. And don't forget about the chain 1 in between. So next 2 stitches, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 3 loops on your hook, chain 1. So do this for the rest of your row, and if you're doing it correctly, you need to have 3 stitches left, and then I'll show you how to end this row. Okay, so I'm almost at the end now. I have 3 stitches left, so 1, 1, 2, and this is the last one, 3. So I made my chain 1 over here, and then go over to the next 2 stitches, crochet them together with single crochet 2 together, and then chain 1, and then in that last stitch you make 1 single crochet. And then chain 1, and then we go to row 2, and row 2 is just the row you need to repeat for the rest of your pattern until your headband is as wide as you want it to be. Now pay attention, because if you pull your work apart a little, you can see here 2 stitches, 1 and 2 next to each other. I call them chambers because I think it's just chamber with a wall between them. There's where we need to go to make our 2 single crochets together. So in this first one, drop a loop, and then in the stitch right beside that, just drop a loop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then chain 1. And now pay attention, because you might think this is your next stitch over here, but it's not. You need to forget that stitch. If you pull your work apart a little, you can see here the 2 chambers with a wall between them. So in that first one, drop a loop, and in that next one, drop a loop. Yarn over, pull through 3 loops on your hook, chain 1. So you can see those stitches over here. I hope it makes sense. So drop a loop in that first, and drop a loop in that second one. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 1, and just continue this for the rest of this row. And at the end I'll show you how you end this row. So just go ahead and crochet until you are at the end, and I'll show you how to end this row. Okay, so I'm almost at the end. I'm gonna do the last few stitches. Chain 1, and now I have the last stitch left, so the last one stitch, and it's a little bit difficult because my tail is over here, but this is the last stitch over here, and then just make 1 single crochet, and then just repeat row 2 for how wide your headband needs to be. So chain 1 and turn your work, and then just go over and look for those chambers and just make your stitches over there. And just continue doing this, and then, well, I think I'm gonna make my headband like, well, around 10 centimeters maybe, like this, maybe a little bit shorter, I don't know, but you can just see for yourself how wide your headband needs to be. You can just put it on your head and see if it is wide enough. So just continue with row 2, and I'm gonna do that off camera, and I will be back with you and show you how you can put your headband together. And well, see you in a bit. Okay, so I crocheted I don't know how many rows, but if I measure it's like 9.5 centimeters long, and for me it was wide enough to put over my ears and my forehead. And well, just measure your headband how wide you need it to be. And then I just cut my yarn. I didn't leave a long tail because I had a long tail when I started this headband. So just cut your yarn and make sure your end goes through that loop, and just tighten your thread. And there are 2 ways you can put your headband together. So here's your one end and here's your other end. So if I have this one end and just pull up this one, you can use a darning needle. I just had one here. So just get a darning needle and then just put your yarn in it, and you can weave in your sides. So you can take your needle and just go from that one side to the other, and then from this side to the back, and just go like this for your whole end, for your whole side, for the whole sides is what I want to say. So just go over and just weave in, or you can crochet your edges together or your sides. I'm going to show you that. So just what I would like to do is on this side in the corner, just put my hook and just grab my yarn and pull it through that side, and now just go from this side over here, just grab a stitch and make sure it's nice and loose, so do not go over here but really on the top of your side. Here is a nice stitch, and then just go into the back and find a stitch you can put your hook through it easily, and just make sure your sides are really nice and straight, and then just grab your yarn and pull it through those stitches and through the loop on your hook. So through the front panel and the back panel, just make slip stitches. And just find some spaces that are nice and loose, so you don't have to work as hard. Just to close your headband. And here I am at the corner, and just grab your corner over here and just make your slip stitch, and then just pull your yarn through it, and you can just tighten those two tails together, and then weave in your tails, and then your headband is done. So you can see a little seam over here, and you can use that just to put it on your head and make sure this is on the back of your head, and then your headband is done. And when I'm video recording this headband, it's around -3 over here, -3 Celsius, so this is nice to put on when I'm going on my bike to bring my kids to school. So well, I hope you liked it, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me them in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, put on the notifications so you get a message when I upload a new video. And for now, I just wish you happy crocheting and hope to see you next time. Bye bye!